we're now creating a world in which these intelligence resources are available on tap. And what this intuitively tells us is that, hey, all these people are going to be out of a job. All of these lawyers are going to be out of a job. All of these developers are going to be out of a job. What ended up happening is people are creating 10 times more websites, more products on vibe coding apps like Lovable or V0. Everyone is able to enhance their non-digital business with a digital interface that has AI enabled to it. So we're really pushing also the supply side and seeing that there's still a lot more demand than we expected for all of these things that we're currently doing manually. And the right mindset to have, because a lot of the shifts are going to happen in the short term. There will be some painful shifts happening at companies that don't adapt. Is to be like your friend and ask yourself, I'm a QA tester. I'm doing this work manually where I'm clicking on a UI to find out if there's any issues whenever it gets deployed. But I can be an AI enabled QA tester, and I can have 5 agents that I configure and maintain over time that are continuously testing this software. And that person on the job market is extremely valuable and extremely in demand. So there's also an opportunity of making out of a threat or a difficult situation an enabling one by saying, okay, I am the person that is going to bring this new technology into the firm. I know the rules of it because I've done it manually, but I also know how AI can use it, or at least I know other businesses that I can work with to make AI actually do this job at a much bigger scale. And we're starting to see these champions of AI also within businesses. They're the scrappy analyst that is saying, hey, I'm looking at all of these investment memos every day. It's boring. All this financial information, and yeah, I get paid well, but is eventually going to be done by AI. Now I want to be the person that develops, and develops is a big word here. You don't actually have to write any code for these things, but that is effectively configuring these AIs to do my job. And now my job is that I'm effectively a chief of staff of the AIs, and people come to me whenever they need something delegated, but I don't have to spend my Saturday night doing it. The agent is going to do it while I'm at the pub. And so there is really a way out of this that requires embracing the technology. And luckily, it's never been easier to learn it. In a way, it's a compounding story where if you need to learn anything about how to enable AI, you can actually just ask AI about it. And even ChatGPT or Claude will tell you how to get started on something.
And that's a really good point for me to start from, is that I currently use Gemini for a lot of things. Like, it's my chief marketing officer, my chief product officer, my chief revenue officer, my chief customer success officer. It's constantly giving me advice on different situations that I find myself in and how to handle it, where I would need to have at least 5 to 10 people on a team who I'm constantly going to advice, which then wastes their time, prevents them from doing their job. But if I'm going to the AI has nothing better to do but wait for me to ask it something. So I can say, hey, I'm in this situation. What do you do? And it tells me. And one of the things that I'm trying to automate is the asset generation for my own podcast, because there's audio files, there's transcripts, there's images, thumbnails, all sorts of things that you have to create, and it takes a lot of time, and I don't have someone to help me do it. So instead of hiring someone, I'm building an AI software to automate it for me. But I didn't know what exactly I needed to do, and I didn't know exactly how to build it. And so I said to Gemini, hey, interview me, and I'm going to tell you what I need, and then you can give me all of the feature specifications, the user stories, the technical documentation, even down to all of the database tables and the relationships between these tables. And I'm going to input this into Cursor so it can start developing the software for me. And it did it. It took about half an hour to have this conversation with Gemini. And then I put it into Cursor and I said, analyze this document and turn it into a phased approach to develop this software. And it said, okay. And now we're building it, Cursor and I together. And, years ago when I was building my last software, it would have taken 3 to 6 months to come up with all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Between 3, 4, 5 people all disagreeing about what to develop, when to develop it, how they relate to each other, should we even develop it? And it's just amazing. So I haven't gotten into agents myself because I'm not sure exactly how. I know about N8N, I know about Make, but I haven't gotten into it because there's so many people that say, oh, well, you need to code this, or oh, you don't need to code this, or oh, you can copy this. There's just so many different people saying so many different things and trying to teach you their own way and make money doing that. And so I'm confused. And so I'm just stuck at the beginning, and I just say, forget it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is working for me. Do you find this to be the mindset of some of the people you talk to of I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do?
I think it's very common. There's a lot of hesitation towards agents because we see them as this very open-ended creature that may or may not return with results on the other side. Yesterday, we saw OpenAI release an agent feature that allows GPT-4 effectively to browse the web and make purchases for you, or book a holiday for you. And that's a really tall order. Unless it knows exactly your preferences of location, hotel, appearance, vibes, etc., it's really hard. And we're not quite there yet in which you can just tell an agent, hey, go buy me some shampoo because I've run out, and it knows exactly what you've bought. It's a little bit more complex than we think. It can't just easily look into your purchase history. I mean, it could, but it's still a pretty technically complex system here. So there's effectively two areas of agents that are becoming very popular. There's consumer or solo professional agents, which are developed in a very similar to Zapier or N10, as you mentioned before. So with small bits of intelligence in the middle, but it's largely an API to API connection where you say, hey, I'm going to get this recording of the podcast into a video editor. The editor is going to detect some clips and segment it. And then another node is going to upload them to YouTube or to TikTok. And that's something where you're defining a fairly systemic process. You're not just telling Gemini, go and make me famous, and it figures it out for you. That's still not quite there yet.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this insight, I've handpicked another video for you right here on the screen. For more actionable strategies that get you real results, hit subscribe.